Good morning, you're through to Talk Business. Jamie speaking, how can I help you?
Hi, Jamie. I've recently renewed our account with you, and I was speaking to someone about forwarding or moving our phone line, and I think at the moment we know that we'll be just only using the forwarding service. So I just wanted to know, would you just require a certain phone number that we want for the service to be forwarded to? What would you need in order to serve?
Is this placing like a divert then, almost?
Sorry?
Are you forwarding calls from one number to the other, sorry, or are you, which we like?
Yeah, so the idea is that we want to keep our phone number, but we're moving to serviced office that already has installed phone lines, and we cannot install a new phone line, or they don't even have a phone line as such. They use a sort of this cloud phone.
VoIP systems almost, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes. So that's why we just thought that forwarding would be the best option for that. So would you just require a phone number for them in order to set this up for us?
We'd have to do what's called like a line move to the new premises, if that was the case. In which case we'd have to have you registered at the Royal Mail. I'll check. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to double check if you can move. Obviously, with us it's called a HOC system. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'll put you on for about a minute if it's okay. And I'll just go and check with someone if you can transfer your number via device, the HOC system to a different premises, if that's okay, and what the procedure is.
Okay, sure. Cheers. Thank you.
I'll try and be about a minute if that's all right.
Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
Hi. So they're servicing it for us.
So essentially we'd have to do what's called a line move. So, like I say, for the line moves you have to be registered with the Royal Mail at the place you'd be moving the line to. But also, if it's in the same exchange code, you would be able to keep the same number. So I think it's about a 10-mile radius you've got.
Okay. It's just that we aren't able to renew or move the phone line as such because they don't really have that option in the place that we're moving. And when I spoke to someone about it, there was two options: by moving the line or just using forwarding service, which is just forwarding all the calls. That will be whoever's going to call our phone number that'll be forwarded.
Okay, I've just discussed this with a colleague, and essentially what they've described to me is the hook numbers would, no matter when you'd move them, they'd physically stay the same. So that's your, obviously, like you say, your cloud-based phone service. So all you'd need for that is like a broadband lead. So if you've got, like you say, a physical line at the moment in your premises, from the impression I've been getting, you'd be able to transfer it just with the broadband cable. It would be a line move, obviously, but it should be possible, like I say, even if like the premises hasn't got like a phone cable in it for whatever reason.
Okay, so you're saying that, so yes, they use the broadband and then they use the cloud sort of system to for the phone calls as such. So
Yeah.
are you suggesting that we'll we'll connect with the broadband line?
Yeah, that's what I've just been getting the impression of. They just told me that it's just a simple case of moving that system over, and that if you've already got a service to us and it's in a complete contract, so it's like complete fibre or complete business broadband, for example, then that would, A, it would be free, but B, it would also, like I say, you'd just be able to put the line move request in, and then they would move that line into the new premises for you.
Okay, so we are. Okay, we'll be just using one room in there, which is just, so we sort of are hiring an office room pretty much. So you would just require, what would be required to set this up?
You just need to register that office unit, so say like 2A for example, you'd have to register that with the Royal Mail on their website. Once you've called them up and done that, it takes about 24 hours to process, and then you'll be able to call us up again and we'll be able to process a line move for you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just something we have to do, unfortunately, due to, I believe it's Ofcom has put that regulation in, just because when it's businesses, you want to make sure it's all, like you say, secure and above board.
Okay, and then, but there's no need, we'll be just using the existing their sockets pretty much, but sort of creating a line separately in a way, yeah.
Yeah, well, from what I've been told, as long as you've got a current service with us, and if it's on a complete package, obviously it would be a free service. We'd do the line move for free, but it would be, it's essentially we try and provide a like-for-like service, and if we can't do that, then obviously you're allowed to say like move provider without any term fees, for example. But we do provide a like-for-like service, so essentially you would just be able to get that service in that new building.
Okay, I'll follow this up, and then if I need any sort of, or if I'll have any additional questions, I'll just call you back just to double check these things, if that's okay.
That's brilliant. Yeah, that sounds great.
Thank you very much for your help.
Oh well, thanks for your call. Have a good day.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.